President Donald Trump signed an executive order requiring big tech companies to submit their most powerful AI models to the federal government for review before releasing them to the public. The US is abandoning its hands-off approach to artificial intelligence. Instead, the government is building a new system to monitor and regulate AI development before it happens. Since early 2022, the White House and Silicon Valley have been locked in legal disputes regarding new AI regulation and oversight. Conflict peaked in late 2025 when the administration tried to stop several states from enacting their own strict AI regulations, sparking a massive legal battle over federal versus state authority. Colorado already implemented risk-based frameworks based on the UI Act, aiming to shield residents from specific algorithmic harms and automated biases. But federal officials feared these state laws created a patchwork that would stop American tech companies from competing on the global stage. In December 2025, the administration issued an order to move AI oversight to federal authority, blocking new state-level regulations. Tech giants spent millions on lobbying during this period, trying to stop the United States from adopting a fragmented set of new regulations. While federal agencies pushed for a single national policy, South Carolina lawmakers vowed to keep protecting their residents from specific AI risks, asserting their right to address local concerns through state-level oversight. This fight went beyond safety. It questioned if AI's mitigation is actually just a new form of woke censorship. The administration's June 2, 2006, executive order establishes new industry regulations, replacing the previous, looser framework with specific, enforceable rules for all companies operating within the sector. President Donald Trump signed an executive order on June 2, 2006 to weigh new technology against national security needs. This order requires AI developers to hand over their most advanced models to the government, so officials can review the underlying technology. Under this specific executive order, companies must give the government access to their models for 30 days before they release them to the public, allowing for a period of safety review. The administration is targeting frontier models, AI systems with enough power to disrupt cybersecurity or destabilize global financial markets. Under these new guidelines, the NSA will help benchmark and identify which models pose the highest security risks, specifically focusing on evaluating potential vulnerabilities within emerging AI technologies. The government stated this process is voluntary for AI developers, not a mandatory legal requirement, meaning companies can choose whether or not to participate in the framework. Elon Musk of SpaceX and Tesla, along with Meta's Mark Zuckerberg, pressured the company into making this specific decision. Trump actually held up the signing in late May 2006, claiming he disliked specific parts of the original draft's wording, which led to significant delays in the finalization process. The first version was far more aggressive, demanding companies submit models at least 90 days before their release. The June 2 update shrank that window to 30 days and stripped away all the mandatory requirements, effectively removing the previous regulatory oversight. The order is more lenient, but it breaks from the administration's earlier hands-off, deregulatory approach that had previously defined their policy. The order also tells federal agencies to coordinate with infrastructure operators to keep AI safe across our essential networks. The federal government wants a system for developers to share models without losing control over their specific intellectual property. The process uses specific confidentiality and non-disclosure rules to stop trade secrets leaking during the review. Critics say the new order has no teeth because it lacks real enforcement mechanisms or mandatory penalties. Some analysts say the order lets the White House avoid enacting real rules, essentially kicking the can down the road to delay action. Even though it is voluntary, the administration is trying to stop states from passing their own stricter sets of regulations. The administration used the Department of Justice to fight state laws, including Colorado's anti-discrimination law, by challenging its legal authority and implementation. The July 2005 administration order against woke AI started this fight by specifically targeting various bias mitigation measures, aiming to dismantle the safety protocols currently embedded within large language models. The federal government wants a minimally burdensome national policy so the US can actually win the global AI race. This strategy focuses on keeping us leadership in ahead of the EU's strict risk-based regulatory framework. This new order tries to build one federal AI safety lane to bypass the messy patchwork of different state laws. How does this affect your privacy and tech? If the NSA and other agencies vet models, the USSEA might catch dangerous vulnerabilities before foreign powers can exploit them, potentially securing the digital landscape against global threats. However, because this order is voluntary, a huge loophole remains. This allows dangerous models to bypass safety checks and enter the market. Federal and state authorities are clashing more frequently. This legal fight is heading to court, where states are now suing the federal government to stop it from overriding local protections. Right now, the laws governing how AI uses your data and makes life-altering decisions are still changing as regulators struggle to keep up with the rapid pace of technological advancement. Lawmakers in America are now basing new legislation on the friction between pushing new technology and maintaining public safety. AI's future depends on upcoming court rulings. These legal decisions in the next few months will matter just as much as the actual software development. Subscribe to the channel to track how these new regulations change your digital life as they roll out across the globe. Subscribe and turn on notifications to follow our specific reports on how technology shapes global power struggles. Does a 30-day government review of new AI models protect us, or is it an overreach of power? We want to hear your perspective. Write your thoughts in the comments below.